had Bud on there a couple days ago, and so this is some of what he had to say on the pivot.
People feel a certain way about you. I think there's also a level of loyalty that comes along with that, though. That you know how I'm going to be, who I'm going to be, and where I'm going to be. You did something that I respected in a very adverse time. You talked about having a baby outside of your relationship. And you said, I can't lie. And I truly respected that. But then at the end, you said you were just a man. And I understand that because I've been in that position and not always made great decisions. What did you learn, though, from that experience? Because it was sort of a lesson in loyalty in many ways, your life partner and yours.
That's a sticky situation, man. Like, man, I got so much backlash on.
Yeah.
People don't know my relationship, so I'm never gonna badmouth my child's mother on social media or any platform. So anything that she done to me, anything that we went through, I'm gonna take it. You know, I'm gonna take it on the chin because that's what men do. But if we been 1,000% real, I should have left a long time ago. Mm. You know, men stay, women leave. But to cover that up, we wasn't even together when I had got my other baby mama pregnant. You know, yeah, we was living together and things like that, but we wasn't together. Mm-hmm. Things happen, like I said, like, not saying that it's cool, not saying it's okay, but men have babies outside of their relationship every day. This is nothing new. That's why I'm like, you know, it's crazy. Women too. Like, a lot of people always criticize men of having children outside of their relationship or whatever the case may be, their wives and things like that. But when you see a woman do it, it's all, she deserved better, or he wasn't doing this, or he did this to her, or why, and this and that. Why is it so much this and that and that and this? You know?
Oh, what? Oh, what? All right, nigga, this might be dark skin privilege. I was with you at first and everything, but I think what he's speaking to is, you know, when you get into relationships when you're younger and everything, you know, it's mostly about, a lot of times, again, the kind of relationship that you wind up. It is predicated on whatever that man's program is. And when you're younger, you don't have a program. And a lot of black men are afraid to have a program. They're afraid to say, this is how I do things. All right. No, I'm not compromising on that. I'm not making a deal with you. Because that's not always good leadership. It's not you're not always a good leader because you're making deals with the people that you're supposed to be leading. It's just like with your kids, right? To a certain degree, yeah, okay, you might say, all right, I'm gonna give you this if you do a good thing, and that's supposed to be the gateway to teaching them how to do the right thing and whatnot. But it can't be a thing where they had to get a reward for everything they do. That's no good. That's not effective. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like in that regard. Also, it's in terms of the time and what he was speaking to in terms of how he should have ended the relationship sooner. And what he was talking about is where a lot of people get to in a relationship where they're not really in a relationship no more, but they're still legally married and they're still in the same house, you know. And you know, I guess he's speaking to the fact that, you know, he seemingly had a relationship, or I'm sorry, had a kid, all while being in the marriage. And you know what's funny about that is that, listen, we already seen the double standard play out. So no one really has had much smoke for Cardi B still being married to Offset and having a baby by Stephon Diggs, right? Whereas now again, I don't know how much backlash this got. I never really heard much about this. I don't know much about Bud Crawford. You know what I mean? I just know that he's a great boxer, and his last fight was just masterful. That was an amazing show of skill and precision and speed. That shit was crazy, bro. But anyway, but one of the reasons why black men have a hard time in relationships is because a lot of us we don't believe we're really fit for leadership, and we can't really deal with absolute leadership or absolute submission. You know what I'm saying, and absolute loyalty. Like, you don't really know what to do with it, and a lot of that has to do with confidence, because in your mind it doesn't make sense to you. So what you'll do is, you will contribute to a chaotic environment. You know what I mean, or you'll get with a woman and you'll not use your foresight. Like, there's a lot of situations that I could have got into just because I wanted to be close to somebody and whatnot, but my foresight is so damn strong that I won't even start a situation, because, like, yo, I know it's not going nowhere. This is going to get messy, and I'm just not willing. I'm not willing to go through all the steps needed to even make this casual. You know what I'm saying? So, but when you're younger, you don't lean into your foresight as much, meaning that you're not able to look at, all right, if I do this, this is definitely going to happen. When you're younger, you can kind of see what's going to happen, but you don't care as much, and you're not as afraid of bad outcomes as much as you are when you're older. You're like, yo, let me do whatever I can to avoid this outcome.
A lot there. It was a lot.
Okay.
And so we just gonna stay there. It's a lot to take in. What are y'all thoughts?
I don't know that that's true.
Well, it was big, but that sounds ridiculous.
We just gonna stay there. It's a lot to take in. What are y'all thoughts?
I don't know that that's true.
I was
Niggas
thinking
just out
that
here babies on their relationship like this, like getting mad at niggas, shit, bro.
that was
funny.
I think that happens, but I don't think that people are saying, "Oh, that woman deserves more." They're like, "She a hoe. She, she had a baby and she was
That's
married."
not
blah,
true.
blah, blah,
That's
blah.
not true, Kim.
That's what
Kim.
I said about Cardi B.
People was rooting
Nobody
for Cardi B like
supports
crazy.
women more than women. Nobody supports women. You know what I've seen from Cardi B since you brought her up?
I swear I had not watched this whole video. I've not even seen this video, and they made the same parallel. It's the same shit. Like last year, in 2024, Cardi said somebody hacked her Twitter, and it was posting about basically her talking about how she was pregnant with Offset's baby at the time, and basically she was joking about Stephon Diggs' penis hitting Offset's baby in the head. That was some sadistic shit, bro. Oh, goodness gracious. It takes my breath away. That's fucking crazy. But anyway, so she was like alluding to that on Twitter. I forget, it was a video or a post, but she later backtracked and said, "Oh, that was a troll, or my account was hacked." It was something like that. I'm sorry for being inaccurate, but she said that at one point, and then couldn't find out she was cheating with who was probably Stephon Diggs at the time, and now she seemingly successfully monkey branch. Well, she thought she was gonna monkey branch to him, and that just dawned on me. She really thought she was gonna monkey branch to Stephon Diggs. That might be the craziest lack of foresight of all time. God damn. Anyway, all right.
I seen women supporting Cardi B.
Which was wild. That was insane.
I didn't see women holding Cardi B accountable. I seen women supporting women.
The ones that tried to, she was cussing them out, from what I could see, as if like what she did